VINCENZO'S Gold Crypto Investing this March the 10th, 2025. Daily cryptocurrency XRP altcoin and gold and silver bullion update. And it's very important to stay out ahead of this ever-changing and manipulated market that you're here with us. And you would get that critical, ever important first mover advantage on the price predictions and coin updates on what's exactly going on in this market. And that's the power, and that's the key, and that's the reason why we have our road to 10,000 subscribers, because you get the first mover advantage when the rest of the market and the rest of the influencers on social media and in the mainstream at 63 cents thought this was going to keep going because we have the grayscale filing news on that 120 to 140% 24-hour period on a Friday night and Saturday, or it was a Saturday night and Sunday. I think it was a Friday night that the grayscale filing came out, a year-end report, and it pumped the price up to 63 cents. The hysteria and the madness was on, but the followers and my subscribers and yes, members of the industry best value and most important way to support any crypto insider channel on YouTube, you guys were informed, you guys had a level head, and your emotions were in check because you had that information and education, most importantly, and it allowed you to make a sound, solid business decision for each and every one of you by having all the information and not by the hype train and the momentum and the fleecers that are out there to try to play on your emotions and to get you to do irrational things at irrational times in the market. And you knew right here we had a short to medium term bearish action taking place here, right here. You would have known that, and you did know that. My subscribers all in here knew we turned, and you can watch the videos from any time, uh, the end of November through early to mid December. We emphasized we were short to medium term bearish, and then we identified this 43 cent level in blue that was going to be, if you're above it and confirm above it, you're short to medium term bullish. But if you got rejected and stayed underneath it, where you've been primarily underneath it, you've had a couple of peaks above it, once right here on the new year, and then once right here in mid-January, but you could never confirm above it. We've always kept our short to medium term bearish action. We were telling you, and we just now have, and we're in the process of having the bearish cross. I believe we have had it. The 50 is now under the 100. We gave you that insider first mover advantage that you need to trade this market. You would have known that the price was going to come down, and we were telling you we were coming down to the moving averages in the daily time frame, where the 28 cents now is where the 200 is. We're having that bearish cross in the 50, and that's the power of becoming a member of the industry best value for $3.99 a month. I am dare you to find a better value for the education and, most importantly, the information and the first mover advantage you get by just becoming a member of Jabroni Killers, and that helps support the channel. We have PUENTSM7 is a new member by that picture right there of Jabroni Killer Michael F. and Wim Williams all have become members of Jabroni Killers in the last 3 days, 2 days. It's very important that you become members of Jabroni Killers. Subscribe to the channel where we're getting lots of subscriptions, and that's very exciting. And the way you can become a subscriber is you just hit the join to subscribe button and the bell notification. And then if you want to become members of that first mover advantage, the Brony Killer, industry cheapest and best value, it's $3.99 a month. You hit subscribe there to join the channel, and then you hit join there to become a member of Jabroni Killers. Or you can hit it right there, join Jabroni Killer support channel right there. And then the two links below that in every video description and the pinned comment are the links to Robinhood and to Coinbase if you would like to trade with me there. But it's very important that you get this first mover advantage. You get somebody that's going to be on top of this for you and give you that education and truth that you need to fleece this market and to not get your emotions played on and to keep your emotions in check. And you can see, you would have known that we've been short to medium term bearish. in the XLM price. And since we came out with that, and we now other people obviously are on it because they can see it. But from that time, we are down at current price 59.69%. And we feel very strongly that the 18 cents after you break down where you've had we still don't want to buy you, still don't want to buy you, where you have this first wick here, then you had the second wick followed by the manipulated pump. Now you're down here again at the same area. You're eventually going to break down and come down to 18 cents. And this is the noon 12 a.m. or 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Daylight Time update just north of downtown Detroit, outside of the work compound in the great state of Michigan, with a current temperature of a warm, beautiful, early spring, crystal clear blue skies of 59 degrees. J. The Rock's eyebrow, right? And that's where we think we're going in the short to medium term. If we go into XRP, this is going to be a short lunchtime update. Again, the power of becoming a member of Jabroni Killers, the power of following this channel was you would have had the first mover advantage right here, where you would have known we were in a head and shoulders topping out reversal pattern before the rest of the field caught on to it, before everybody figured out what was going on. Once you were here, once you were there, everybody knew what was going on right there. The whole field knew what was happening, but old Vincenzo let you know what was going on right there. That's well, all the price action that we had, and we drew out that pattern, and then look how that played out, right? The right shoulder filled in. The power of jabroni killers in this channel lets you know that this was just a manipulated, orchestrated pump by the criminal gangsters and the fleecers out there, and pushed and promoted by the YouTube charlatans and the mainstream media to get you to buy in, to get you to let your emotions make you jump in on an irrational decision and sidestep your own game plan. And we let you know there that day that the price was going to come back down, that we were going to retest to 248. This was just building the right shoulder right here, and that the price was going to come down, and that was an orchestrated and manipulated pump. Now we're sitting right back on the neckline again, right where we were before that pump started. We're in fact a few percentage points lower than that 40% 4-hour pump. The $1.85, I believe, will get hit on this downturn. Then we could have a slight uh, bounce back off the $1.85, but eventually the neckline will get confirmed to break down, and the $1.29 target will be met. Another thing with the Bitcoin price, you would have known that we're in this macro head and shoulders topping out medium term reversal pattern, where 73,956 is your next major move to the downside, followed by maybe a little bit of a pump. And then we're going to come down eventually in the next couple of months to the 58,903 neckline that was established back here when we were building the right shoulder. You can see now we're just about to have that bearish cross in about 48 hours on Bitcoin. We're only about 600 points apart. And then we're eventually going to have a golden bearish cross. Once we come to the neckline, at 58,000, there could be a massive rally to build out that right shoulder, but eventually that right shoulder will break. And I think we have an end of the year bear market target of 32,366.05. And that's something that the first mover advantage here at Old Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing gets you. If we look at the gold and silver bullion market, gold is almost hit $3,000 an ounce. A couple of weeks ago, we topped out at about 2,951. We have our target of 3,538. And this is another thing. If you would have been members of Jabroni Killers back then, you would have had this first mover advantage, where we had the cup and handle, 13-year cup and handle, where you see the rounding bottom with the cup, your neckline that forms the cup, and then your handle right here. And that's how we built our $3,500 target, because you go from the bottom of the cup to the neckline to the point of a breakout, and that gets you up to 35, 38, and 69 cents. And we made that call, we made that prediction when this channel first came out back here in early 2020. We were in March of 2020 when this station came out, and you can see where we were at. We were coming off just off the dump. We were right about in here when we made that call. We were sitting about $1,610. And from that point, the price of gold bullion is up 0.58% from when we made that call, giving you the first mover advantage, letting you know the gold bullion was going to break out. It attempted to break out first in July of 2020. Then we had a 2-year handle that we had to form before the breakout finally happened about 2.5 years later. And it's been on an epic run ever since. And that's the power of jabroni killers. Silver's at $32. We have a $50 long-term target here within the next couple of years. And the mining stocks that I own are B2 Gold, Kinross Gold, Barrick Gold, First Majestic, Fortuna Silver, Pan America Silver, Metallo Royalties, and we own some Rivian. And we've been accumulating all of those positions, minus Rivian's been about 3 years, but all those other gold positions we've been accumulating since 2019. We haven't sold a single share. Some of them are down, and some of them are up greater than 120%, 55% in Pan America Silver. We're up about 12% in Barrick Gold. We're up 120% in Kinross Gold. Are some of the best performers. Still waiting for B2 Gold to start to finally catch up to the market. But become members of Jabroni Killers. Subscribe to the channel. Become part of the resistance and the truth movement in the cryptocurrency and the rest of the overall equity markets to get the information and education that you need to stay out ahead of these ever-changing markets. Peace and love to my beautiful audience, the Rex Eyebrow.